commercials in the UAE? Is the process very different here? Do you guys still do go-sees? How is it like there?
Go-sees. We don't do go-sees in the UAE. We do casting. We do castings because I was like I wasn't like in any television series in the UAE. Like no, like
Okay.
they don't shoot that unless it's like it's solely aimed towards Arabs. But they don't
Yeah, yeah,
they don't shoot like coming of age films like Hollywood quality. So
yeah. Of course.
yeah, most of that opportunity is in the UK or the US. But in terms of commercials, that was it's basically they do casting, they do the same thing, profile, you're signed under an agent, and I also did a couple of workshops there, and basically when I got my first ever commercial, which was a Yazmall commercial, it was Yazmall.
Oh, what's a Yasmall?
Yazmall, it's a mall in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
It's a very famous mall. There's a theme park called Ferrari World,
Okay.
and the fastest roller coaster on Earth as of now is in Ferrari World. And the cool thing about Yas Mall is you can go from Yas Mall and then go to the entrance of Ferrari World. So
Oh, so it's inside the mall.
it's not inside the mall. It's connected to the mall though.
All right, I see.
So you go like that's one of the insane things. Like imagine a world class theme park being connected to a mall. But anyways,
Yeah.
as soon as we got that commercial, I couldn't sleep the night before the shooting because
You're so excited.
I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually about to be on camera for the first time and be published. This is going to be amazing. And yeah, just my very, very first time because I've never experienced anything like shooting. I've always experienced school plays. I've always been experiencing acting clubs, like drama clubs, and it was something I did, as a hobby for fun. And now I'm there, like doing a commercial. Like now I've got a job out of this. It's like, oh wow, this is like this is my first step in this, and um, yeah, it was just we spent the whole day inside the mall shooting, and I didn't do any of the skating because I had a stunt double because I was a skater boy,
Okay.
and it's just wild. So yeah, it's just wild. Couldn't sleep the night before, but the Yaz Mall experience was fun and also it wasn't too rigorous of a shoot. Like I've seen, I've I've seen some shoots and I've seen some rehearsals that just drain you in show business. Like even in school plays, like there are people who didn't memorize their lines and they're getting so tired because like everything's packing up. But
How long did the whole commercial take? Like, what time was your call time? What time did you end? If you
I
remember.
I needed to be there at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus.
Think 4 o'clock in the morning. But I remember. Oh no, I needed to be there at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But we then from 6 o'clock in the morning to like 12 or 1 o'clock.
The next day.
The next day, yeah.
Tagal din.
That's how long I spent in the entire mall. But it wasn't rigorous because there was a mall and I could just go around and
Okay. Yeah, I see.
go
I see. I see.
go eating or go shopping. It wasn't too much of a rigorous shoot that first time. So
What was it like when you moved to the UAE? Like, I'm sure it was completely different culture-wise.
oh
Because
my gosh,
yeah, from Europe to like a Muslim nation. What
yeah.
was that like?
Oh my gosh, I thought Florida like because I went to the UAE just right after the US, and I thought my gosh, I thought Florida was hot. This is
Yeah,
scorching.
it's
Like
literally a desert.
yeah, like as soon as I was in the UAE, I was getting heat rashes everywhere
Yeah,
all over my body. And for the weather, first thing, but the architecture, the roads are beautiful. Culture shock. Well, because the signs were in English and Arabic was optional, even though I'm in the Arab region, I was kind of shocked that Arabic wasn't like a prioritized language. It was English. Actually, Yeah, I was very surprised about that. And at the time, yeah, just a huge culture shock. But as well as that, it's quite fun. I was kind of like when I went to Dubai, I was kind of expecting to see pet cheetahs out of cars
Yeah,
because that's what they tell you before you go to
yeah.
Dubai. And then I didn't really see that much of them. But every now and then, like in Dubai, I saw like a few supercars, like a few Lamborghinis, a few Ferraris. Um, but the Arabic culture was also something that struck me. Like they have a lot of Arabic dates. I was also excited to know about a lot about like the history of the Arab world, like how it sort of contributed to a modern understanding of like medicine and stuff. Uh, like visiting like old Arab style villages in the UAE. Looking at people like wearing that little Emiratis thing. I don't really know what it's called, but it's quite good. And plus, the perfume was really strong. And the perfume released, like the steam comes out, and yeah, they love that. They love that perfume to be released. They
if
know.
you had to if you had to choose, since you've been to both, you've been to extreme cold. You know how like in the UK it's always raining. It's very cold all the time, and then you've been to extreme heat in the desert. Which would you rather be at?
Extreme heat or extreme cold. Hmm, probably. It's a hard one. I would love to be probably. I love the cold actually,
The
because
cold is better for you.
yeah, because like the cold is not going to be there for that long anyways.
I see. Yeah, you're right
You
about
know what
that.
I mean? But if I were to choose between countries, I like it here actually, even though it doesn't snow. I like the moisturize. It's not scorch. It's hot, but it's not scorching like it is in the UAE.
It's humid heat. It's
It's
wet heat.
wet heat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dry heat is crazy. It's like hindi ka pinagpapawisan eh kasi natutuyo ka agad yung pawis mo. You don't even know that you're getting sunburned na because it's just so hot.
Totoo, totoo. Pero
Yeah,
gusto ko ng cold kasi I wanna be in a cold country, please.
I
Yeah,
want to be in a cold climate.
it's like
What was your favorite country? Besides the Philippines, which one? What is your favorite country to have lived in?
uh, hmm, probably the US or the UK. The US probably. That was one of my favorites. To say. There's just like I know it has nothing to do with me as a kid, but when you're in the UAE, people have like the limited contract, and so people have a limited contract, and they're not even granted UAE citizenship. So that kind of that influences the work culture, as in no one can really make a genuine connection. They're always just there for you to either solely network and not make any genuine connection. They're always kind of after you for something. But in America, like if you're if you get broke or UK get broke, you have citizenship to not keep you deported, and it's more relaxed there. But especially in America, people have citizenship. So I would have to say to me, even though I was British, the Americans were quite welcoming to me. Like they said, "Oh, I like your accent. Where are you from?" Yeah, the States was one of my favorites. I'd say it's a great place. Well, of course, depending on the state, but I was on the east side. I came from Florida to Virginia, so um, I'd say America's great. Has great culture. They're very welcoming, and of course, in extreme cases, like talk about non-welcoming people. But yeah, I'd say I was lucky to be in where I was now, where I was in America. So America's America.
You mentioned earlier that you want to go back. You're planning to go back to school. What exactly are you taking up?
I'm aiming a bit higher. I plan to take up. I love mathematics and stuff, and physics.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Well, good job, bro. You're a better person than me, man.
So, like for me, I kind of look at it as in like a work. Like the mathematics for me, I look at it as in like a workout for your brain. because
Yeah.
like reading, people look at reading as a workout for the brain, but for me, it's like mathematics is pure logic.
Yeah.
There are sets of rules in mathematics that you need to use to solve a problem. And sometimes when you're given a problem, just using the rules, it solves itself. As long as you are good at copy and pasting and just good at paying attention to the detail of what you wrote before and attention to detail of the question is, good at following the rules, good at innovatively thinking. So I plan to take up electrical engineering. However, I know that's yeah, but however, I do know that's a really hard course, and if I can't do that, then I would love to do like IT or cybersecurity or something. So yeah.
You know what they say, man. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. That's the thing about math. It's an exact science, bro. Like
Yeah, that's true.
if like if you get a wrong number, you can look back and see exactly where you made the mistake, why it came out wrong. But
Exactly.
like, isn't that kind of hard if you plan to balance showbiz with your studies?
That's true. I signed up to be a part-time student, so
Okay.
um,
Where will you be studying again? I'm sorry.
AMA University.
Okay, here in the Philippines already. Perfect. Yeah,
Because
that's perfect. That's perfect.
yeah, I did apply to the UK, but like that was just because I didn't know if show business was gonna work.
Gonna work out. Yeah.
So yeah, I applied here now, and yeah, just I also did do a bit of studying in my gap year to make sure I was prepared, like even overly prepared for university, because like high school was just like kicking me so much bad, like overly.
That's good though. I like how you look at things. Where like high school was hard for you, so you prepare because you don't want to take the easy way out. You still want to take like hard courses in college. That just shows resiliency with you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I took up I did online courses like Khan Academy. I even revisited some of my physics that I learned in school. Like okay, I even took it back to the basics, like Newton's second law. The normal force is equal to this and that. Friction is equal to the normal force of this and that. I took it back to the very fundamental basics, such as Newton's first, second, and third law. I took mathematics back, like I even looked at back in all the way back in algebra one, and then and just sharpened skills and took like learned a bit of calculus. I actually self-taught myself calculus, like
Jeez.
yeah, because I was just kind of like enthusiastic about it. So and I think it all comes down to discipline. Like if anyone wants to get like even working out, it's basically like if anyone wants to get the fundamentals of working out, doing the push-ups, the planks, the squats, basically they can just master the body weights at home before hitting their weights at the gym.
That's
Like
true, man.
the that's what yeah that's what I think is fundamental. Like anyone can learn the fundamentals of basics in a span of 2 months if they have like I think if they have the discipline, they can improve upon that. Of course.
That's the thing with working out, man. Like, it's really all discipline. Do you know what I mean? It really is. That's why it's hard because it's the only thing where nobody can help you but yourself, bro. With
That's
working out.
that's
Yeah.
true. Like nobody can help you but yourself, and plus not only working out but like dieting as well. That's hard as well. Just watching what you eat is, is a hard thing. But it gets easier the more disciplined you are. Like I think people have this misconception that discipline's really hard because it's going to feel like a drag each day. But like in my opinion, as long as you take it step by step, then you're going to find that like it's just a matter of habit. To be honest with you, like the first step may be like hard as nails. Like in your first day of dieting, you're thinking, oh man, I want food, I want food, I want food. When then the second day, it's like, oh wait, I want food, but it comes less hard. Third day, it's like, all right, kind of used to this, bro. So yeah,
And like you'll notice, man, it's a trend here. I don't know if it's only here in the Philippines, but I won't call it body shaming because I'm not ashamed of my body, but there's a lot of things na there's a saying here in the Philippines where it's like ang tunay na lalaki may tiyan, walang abs. Like that's not true, man. Ang lalaking may tiyan, tamad na lalaki lang yan, dude. Like they try to downplay or they try to make fun of people who are always in the gym, always working out. Like it's a stereotype that people who work out are gay or something. Like you know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. It's just
Yeah,
they're just too lazy to do it themselves.
I know.
So they drag down people like us who are super determined, man. Like I always get called Johnny Bravo, but I never get called Johnny Bravo by someone who actually works out. It's someone who will get winded after going up 2 flights of stairs who makes fun of me for going out, dude. Like it's crazy. The mere fact that because they can't do it, they can't they try to downplay or they try to make you feel bad about doing something that they can. And it's really crazy to me, man.
That's true. Like, why should you feel bad that's doing something some good for you? And plus, you're a celebrity, right? Well, you a celebrity. Like, why should you be penalized for something that you're doing that's good for yourself? And not only that you do it for yourself, but once you do it for yourself, you have the power to influence others to work out. And I mean, there is like I get like body shaming, and I thought when you were talking about body shaming, you were talking about guys who didn't have like good genetics, who are kind of down upon, like, and shamed upon. But yeah, just like people, I mean, of course they're getting jealous of you. Like, why else wouldn't they? And it's like this sort of it's like sort of this backwards culture where they're making fun of people for working out. It's like, um, you shouldn't really make fun of. It's like maybe making fun of people who are good at math, but and then yeah, it's just. But not all ordinary. Okay, they'd rather work for their living. Not all ordinary people can afford to
That's
do.
true. Not everybody does, but then the people I see at the gym who work a regular job and still have good physiques, they're able to do it. Of course, like I said, like not everyone is gonna have the lifestyle we have, but that's really not an excuse because I see people in the gym every day who come in from work, like they still put in the time. You know what I mean? It's really there's really no excuse, man. And like Rob was saying, you can go home, you can hit the gym, you can choose to eat healthier, you can choose to not drink on the weekends. But it really is more fun to go out and party on the weekends. But it won't be the best for you. Do you know what I mean? You just have to choose. And like I said, I'm not dragging anyone, man. I don't think there's such a thing as a tunay na lalaki. Dude. There's not a true man. Everyone's a man. If you like, you know what I mean? Like every man is a man. That I'm not looking down at anyone because they have a gut or anything. I'm just saying it's funny that they look down on us for
Yeah,
doing these things that we're doing.
that's true. That's true. That's true. Just people want to. Yeah, that's true. And even if it's like, yeah, that's true. I mean, people just shouldn't really look down on you for. Yeah, I guess you've experienced that a lot, and I've as like in my, I think it was in my second year of working out, or just after the first year, people started noticing like, oh wow, I'm actually quite athletic and I'm quite good, and then people, of course, they just kind of like, ugh, look at that kid. They started calling me quote unquote try hard, and
Right?
yeah,
Because they
yeah,
don't want to try, right? They're not
exactly.
trying, so
And
you're a try hard. It's crazy to me.
I think it's better to be a tryhard because like you're never really gonna know if you don't try at all, are you? It's like um, I'm actually crazy fan about genetics and like studying sports genetics and stuff. I'm a crazy fan about it, and the best way to know your genetic potential is just to work out for 2 3 months, see how much you gain. It's like that's the truth. Like there's no easy way. You have to
And
be.
like I don't know why we look at try hard as a negative term. Do you know what I mean? Ever since when did trying become bad, bro?
I think it's because like there's a certain threat with trying hard, so they want to like in my opinion, like people who are up there, they'll say to the people just trying to get up that they're trying hard, so they'll try to make other people
But
laugh.
if you think about it, bro, everyone who said that you were a tryhard wasn't doing what you were doing. I've
That's
never had someone in the gym also call me a tryhard because they know what it takes. They know that, you know what I mean? Every master was once a novice at what they were doing.
exactly. You're absolutely right. I knew one instance where I was trying to increase the pace of how I was running because I saw two guys that were running really fast. I was like, okay, I want to aspire to be like that. Once, like in my second week, um, I had prerequisites like squats, so I didn't gain muscle that fast, but I started running faster than most kids on the track because I was just aspiring to run
Run fast because you were trying hard.
exactly.
That's the
And then
point, man.
these kids beside me, like I just run past and they're like, "Oh my gosh, such tryhards!" And it's like,
Yeah,
"Heck, I'm trying. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That's literally it. We are trying hard, man. Like, why would you try to do something half-heartedly? What's the point? Ano yung point na if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it to the best of your ability.
yeah." That's true. That's true. That's true. Just do it. Yeah, do it to the best of your ability because you know you don't know because if there's a saying you always have to do the hard work before you become talented. Like
Yeah,
if you're a novice, you have to work your butt off just to know how to lift the barbell correctly before you can save your energy and all that stuff. You always have to do things to the best of your ability because if you don't, then you won't really get anywhere. Actually, that's true in working out. Have you ever heard the influencer Sean Neverwanji?
no, I'm not familiar.
He said that you can have your workout plans intelligently mapped out throughout the week with different exercises. But if you're just plain not training hard enough, you will not make any gains.
Yeah, that's the point, man. Like, I don't know why they're using it as an insult when you say try hard because that's really what you have to do if you want to excel at things. You need to try hard, right? The guys who try hard will always beat the person who's not trying hard.
That's true. Like, yeah, you're not wrong over there. Like, you need to you need to get out there and really apply yourself because if you don't, then you're never even gonna know if you hit it or not. So yeah, it's just people look down on this as if it's a bad thing, but it's not really. It's just they want what's best for them. They're working out for them. And
But bro, I promise you, if you ask them, like if you wake up tomorrow, you can have a six pack. Everyone would say yes. No one would say no, bro. They just don't want to put in the work talaga. Like that's just it. So they look down upon the people who do. Exactly, bro. Diba? Like it's not easy, but and then you see someone who's doing it, and you're like, how come I can't do that, man? How come him? How come he's being able to do this? It's really a form of hate, man.
yeah, I think it's a form of just investing your time in it. Actually, I think for any teenager right now, I think the two best investments are obviously school and education, right? But also getting fit because if you have that great foundation when you're young, you're going to live a much healthier and happier life when you're older. So joining sports and working out hard when you're young, like I think
I
that
want to add one more thing to that. It's learning how. I don't know the English term of this, but pakisama, dude. You have to learn how to be how to be a good person to interact with. You know what I mean? That's very important in life, bro. That's like you said, um, education, physicality, and social ability. I don't know, man. Let's just make that word. Well, let's make that the word now. Your ability to socialize with others.
exactly because like at the end of the day, like our world is built around networking and who we have interactions with, and you need to have like an edge to not look threatening to other people, I guess, or not
No,
look.
it's like especially as a man, bro. Your network of people is very important to you because you're not going to be amazing at everything. You know what I mean? There's going to come a time where you're going to need help, and it will be how you treat others before how people gravitate towards you. they're going to be the one, like you're gonna eventually down the road you're gonna need help with something in your life that someone else is good at, and it would be good that it would be good for you if you were if you're a good person to be around, man. Like nobody wants to help an a-hole, like, just, right? Like every
It's like investing your time to just be a plainly good person.
yeah, a person that other people can hang out with. Like it's not you're not a hard person to get along with.
Yeah,
Yeah. Pakisama sa Filipino trait, that means getting along with others. Yeah, dude, that's very important in life.
it's true. No man's an island, and I mean, isolation's dangerous. So you need to have, I guess, having good relationships with friends or whatever. Socializing is social skills. It's very important.
Iba yung pakisama sa, like, pakisama is different from being a user, right? Like, you don't want to, like, be known like, oh, he's just a user. He just calls me when he needs something. And that's completely different. Like I said, there will come a time where you can meet, well, you'll need someone for something, but that doesn't mean that you should only hang out with that person when you need something from them. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
the moment you need something from them should just be the icing on the cake. The cake itself should be the actual
The
relationship.
relationship that you have with them, exactly, bro. Yes.
Because yeah, that's a problem. You think that's something that a lot of young people have faced today? Like a lot of, I guess, young people, they just come to their friends when they need something, but they haven't got that closeness that they have with each other. Like, what are your opinions on that? Because
Before, bro, that's a good question because like I always had this lone wolf mentality. I can do it on my own. Like I don't need other people. But as I got older, I really did realize that you're going to need other people in life, man. Like even if it's just someone to like, yo, bro, can you like let's hang out. I just need to blow off some steam. Even if it's just someone to vent to. Do you know what I mean? Like you really are only as deep as the circle you hang around with, man. But then at the same time, since you're a young man, bro, I'll tell you right now, you need to curate your circle, bro. You need to make sure the people around you are positive influences in your life because you're a sum of the five people you spend the most time with, man. So if you're around people who are always just chilling, like they have no ambition in life, no goals, they don't push you to be better, they're not the type of people you want to have around, man. You know, iron sharpens iron, bro. So you want to be around people who are hungry, who have goals in life, who want to who see themselves in a place where you want to be as well, bro. It's okay to have friends for fun, like the fun time friends. That's fine. Those are many, dude. You'll find a lot of people like that. But you also want to have friends who will be like, dude, why are we going out tomorrow? Like, we have to do this, we have to do that. Like, really, you want to go to Unli K barbecue again? We just went yesterday. What happens to our diet, man? You know what I mean? You need those type of people to push you as well, bro.
that's 100% true. That's You're not wrong on that. You need people with good work ethics, and not only people who say they have good work ethics. You need people who show it. You need people who um who basically motivate you or basically will nag you to do something because and you also need to nag them back. It's a back and forth exchange. Like and I believe everyone's of course not strong. Like I remember moments where I've had to nag to my friends like, bro, come to the gym with me to work out. And there are moments where I've had friends and coaches
Nagi.
pushed my ass when I was like, oh, come on, push. Like, there is this lone wolf mentality that you can say you're strong enough to push yourself on your own, but to be truthful, you're only so strong. Sometimes when you just kind of flail, you're so exhausted. So there's sometimes to this point where your body and your bones are aching and your mentality is pushing you. And then sometimes even if your mentality is pushing you, other people have to push you as well, mentally, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do exactly. Like sometimes you really burn out. It's burnout, man, and you
Yeah.
need that strength. You know, there's strength in numbers, like the Golden State Warriors logo, dude. Like you really are. Back to what we were talking about earlier, Master Chef Curry, strength in numbers. But like back to what we were saying earlier, man. it's a tribal mentality. We're supposed to be in a tribe, dude.
Yeah,
We're just lucky now that we get to choose who our tribe is. You
that's true.
know, and like so, like now, like just I guess it's like my kuya advice to you. Like I can see you have a good head on your shoulders, man. I'm not worried about that. But like I said, it's really about who you align yourself with, who you're hanging around with. You want to make sure that these are quality people, dude. You don't want to be the only one in your group with goals and aspirations, man.
Goals. Sorry, you buffered there, so I couldn't.
Oh, sorry. You don't want to be the only one in your group with goals and aspirations. You know what I mean? Like, complacency kills a lot of dreams, dude. Like, if you're comfortable, like, okay, I'm doing good here. I'm doing fine. This is all right. That will kill more dreams than failure will, bro. Because failure will drive you sometimes. You know, if you try something and then it doesn't work out. Sometimes it will push you to try it again. Dude.
Mhm.
But like, if you're comfortable with where you at, that's dangerous. That's a dangerous feeling, being comfortable.
I guess that is dangerous. You shouldn't be complacent. You should always have a goal, whether or not it's for your body, whether or not it's you want to schedule some time to record something, or whether or not you want to become a better actor.
Yeah, dude. Like, not you're so young now. If your dreams don't scare you, you need bigger dreams, man. You're 20 years old. You're a smart kid. You're an athletic kid. You know what I mean. You already have your foot in the door in the industry. You can conquer the world, bro. Like, especially now at such a young age, bro. Like, just keep remembering this. Keep that in your mind. Stay focused. Stay hungry. Stay dedicated, bro. There's nothing you can't achieve.
Totoo. Totoo na lang. You're absolutely giving me the right advice, and I don't know how to appreciate you in that. And
It's nothing, man. I know you do. I know you do. It's all good, bro. If you ever need anything, man, just hit me up. I got you, bro. Is there anything you want to promote before we wrap this up? Are you doing anything?
but so, make sure to watch the Chosen One on Pi Channel. Uh, Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you enjoy the serious horror show that's coming up, and hopefully, I would also suggest that in the Kumo shop, you go buy those headlamps so that in case you want to sleep in the middle of the night with the lights on, you may do so. Also, I want to thank my Rob Bombers, Rob Wanderers, Rob Wonderlads, Rob Solids, and thank you, Rob Shortcakes and Maxim Berries, and thank you very much, Albie, for
Don't
having.
worry about it, boss.
Is it
What's your social media? Give them your social medias. Shout
my
it out.
social media is underscore Rob Blackburn. Um, it's IG. Uh, my Kumo name is Rob Blackburn.
Follow Rob on Kumu, guys. Sa lahat ng hindi pa naka-follow kay Rob dito, just
Yes.
click his name right here. Do you have a streaming schedule, bro?
Uh, I do, but because of the shooting schedule, we're we're making alterations to it. Like
All right.
because Tuesday and Wednesday and Friday. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I'm not allowed to release that.
All right. Never mind. You're good. Tuesday when there's something coming up. Just wait for it.
Just wait for it.
Just wait for it.
But yeah, because of my shooting days and my release days, I'm not able to do Kumo on certain days that I was free on anymore. So I really have to divide it up too. So yeah. Also, I really thank you enough. It's an honor to be with Albie Casino. Actually,
It's nothing, bro. You're my brother, bro.
I've
Don't
seen
worry
you
about it.
on the Wings of Love, right? You and Nadine's ex-boyfriend, and then you came. No, you came. I saw the first episode, the pilot episode, where actually you brought her flowers. You had a backup dancer, and you're like,
Yeah.
hey, where are you? Where are you? Hindi ka narinig? Pumunta sa Amerika siya. Pumunta sa Amerika siya. Ay, naku, she went to America and I promised siya we'd go together. What is this? I only went to apologize to her. Now she's stuck without me. Well,
Do you have a Tagalog coach, bro?
opo. My Tagalog coach, pero minsan po, nag-aaral ng Tagalog self-study. So, actually, nag-download ang mga apps dito. Actually,
You know what's the best, bro? Talk to your parents. Talk to your mom in Tagalog. All the apps, the language coach, you learn it best if you're talking to people, man. Trust.
mag-apply sa ano nag-aaral. Once you apply what you learn, you apply what you're learning.
But sometimes kasi sa mga apps, sa mga ganyan, they teach you like ang lalim ng Tagalog ang tinuturo dyan eh. Like they don't really use that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, and the Tagalog, it's an ever evolving language, bro. Like now there's Forda. What the hell is that? Wala naman, they won't teach you Forda in your book, bro.
For the
You're
for the
oh for
oh my
mm,
gosh.